Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. Today we are talking about the new PMI-ACP exam. This is going to roll out on 8th of November 2024, which means your last chance to take up the current PMI-ACP exam is 7th of November. Now, in this video, we'll cover everything that you need to know about the new PMI-ACP exam. This is the agenda, the points that we are going to cover today. We'll talk about why is this exam changing. We'll talk about the date of change. We'll talk about the exam content outline updates. We'll talk about the eligibility requirement updates, what doesn't change, and what are the next steps that you can take to prepare for the new PMI-ACP exam, right? So let's get started and try to understand why is the exam changing to begin with. So there is a lot of research and studies and surveys and role delineation study RDS that PMI conducts to ensure that their certifications meet the current industry standards. And whenever they see that there's some gap between what's going on in the industry versus what their certification offers, that's when they make such kind of updates. The new PMI-ACP exam is going to better evaluate the professional's experience and skills required for successful agile leadership and agile project management. Now, they've made a change in your professional experience requirement as well, which is what we are going to talk about in a while. But that's one of the reasons why the exam is changing. The exam is also going to incorporate your DA certifications, right? The DASM, the Disciplined Agile certifications, which means that you're going to see more focus on other frameworks, other ways of agile delivery, like XP, Kanban, Lean, Scaled Agile, DevOps. And we've been doing a lot of videos on XP. The entire series will be linked in the description below, the entire playlist. A lot of people have seen our videos on XP, and they've really enjoyed it, right? So you can expect more on the ACP exam around concepts like these, because ACP is not a Scrum Master certification. ACP is not just about Scrum, right? Agile is an umbrella. There are a lot of ways to deliver projects using Agile, right? And Scrum happens to be one of the ways that teams can go Agile, but there are other ways as well. And that is something that you can expect more of in the PMI-ACP exam. PMI is also likely to project ACP as a flagship certification, just like PMP, PGMP, PFMP, right? So obviously there's a lot of agile related stuff on the PMP exam itself, but when you have a certification that focuses only on agile, it makes sense to project it as a flagship certification in the field of agile. Let's talk about the date of change. I already talked about it though. The exam will be updated on 8th of November. Your last chance to take up the current exam is 7th of November. I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about Scrum 101. This is a premium course offering. It talks about all the basics that you need to know about Scrum, a 2-hour long class. It's available on Udemy as well as for our YouTube members. So relevant links will be in the description. Definitely check it out if you are starting off with Scrum. All right, back to the content. Let's talk about the exam content outline updates now. And you might already be aware that the PMI certifications are based on the exam content outline. This is something that I've been saying since probably 2016-17 when this channel started and there were no other YouTubers around project management. But anyways, the new exam content outline will be based on 4 domains, which are mindset, leadership, product, and delivery. So these are the 4 domains that the new exam content outline is going to focus on for ACP. By the way, there used to be 7 domains in the old exam content outline, or I should say the current exam content outline. And these are the 7 domains that you will see in the PMI-ACP exam content outline as of today. So instead of 7, you will now have 4 domains only. So that's a significant change, by the way. All right, let's talk about the eligibility requirement, because that has also been updated. As of today, you are required to complete 21 contact hours of agile practices training, right? So it's a 3-day training bootcamp that you can join to know everything about Agile, and that's a mandatory requirement for your ACP certification, right? To be eligible for the ACP certification. That is changing to 28 contact hours. So perhaps you now need to attend a 4-day bootcamp, a 4-day class to learn about Agile. When it comes to experience, earlier you were required to have general project management experience of 12 months and 8 months of Agile project management experience, right? So that is what was required earlier. And that too, in the last 5 years, it was 12 months and 8 months in the last 3 years. Now the requirement has become more stringent, but it has also simplified a lot, because now it says that you are required to have 3 years of Agile project experience within the last 5 years. As simple as that. You need 3 years of Agile experience in your last 5 years of work experience. Now, this means that you should at least have 5 years of work experience, right? And out of which 3 years should be in Agile. Now, if you have any third-party Agile certification, more details are yet to come. But if you have that, or if you have any program that you have attended from a PMI-ACP, your experience requirement reduces to 2 years. But more details will come on this, right? Like, what is the third-party Agile certification they mean here? Are they talking about CSM, PSM, Scaled Agile? What kind of certification they're talking about? We don't know yet. So for now, ignore this and focus on the new requirement that is going to come into effect. All right, let's also talk about what doesn't change. So a lot of things actually remain the same. For example, the pricing remains the same. So whatever the exam fee that you see right now for PMI-ACP, that remains the same. The scoring system, the same system that nobody understands, just a joke. So that also remains the same. Now, the format of the exam will still be 3 hours and 120 questions. So this also remains the same. By the way, you can expect new types of questions which are obviously designed to better assess your practical skills and competencies. You can expect new types of questions. You can expect more scenario-based questions, right? All that is possible in the new PMI-ACP exam. You will continue to need 30 PDUs that you need as of today to keep your ACP certification active and valid. So nothing changes there. So these are the 4 things that remain the same even from 8th of November. All right, let's talk about your next steps. What can you do? If you're already preparing for the ACP exam, I'd suggest take up the exam before or on 7th of November itself. This is your last chance. If you're already preparing, avoid surprises, take the exam latest by 7th of November. But if you have not started yet, I would say wait. Wait, because the education providers, right, they should also update their content to meet the new 28 contact hours requirement. You should also, once some dust settles, right, and the exam gets stabilized, so to say, let things stabilize a bit, you can wait till, let's say, the start of December to take up your exam, so that you will know more about how the new ACP exam is going to be. It is likely that the ACP exam is going to get more difficult than it is today. But if you have not started your studies, I'd say it's better to wait till after the new exam goes out, because otherwise you're going to be rushing in, and that is not definitely a good strategy. But if you're already preparing, definitely go ahead, take up the exam prior to 7th of November. Finally, don't forget that we have all the playlists that you need, right? We got you covered. Agile, PMI, ACP, all these playlists are available on our channel. Everything that you need to know, be it the old exam, be it the new exam, every Agile concept is already covered on this channel. So definitely check our playlists out. All the helpful links will be available in the description below. So don't forget to make use of these resources. And that's all that we had in this video. I hope you got value out of it and were able to understand the changes and also what doesn't change come 8th of November. If you like our work, consider contributing by heading over to pmclounge.com/contribute. And don't stop the learning. Keep learning. Check our other videos out. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.